when you've brought criticism, neutral, to somebody, what have you learned about how to bring it, what form, when to bring it? Do you ask permission? Do you do the sandwich, good things with that? How have you found it most successful, or what's your secret sauce on that?
Yeah, I've never really done kind of the sandwich thing, because to me that formulaic sometimes just comes across as, all right, fine, you got through the good stuff just so you could hit me with this, and then you're just coming up with some lame thing at the end.
I didn't hear that.
And so I truly want to start with right up front. First of all, I don't want it to be the only time I'm having a one-on-one conversation with somebody is when I'm going to point something out to them. I want it to be as much as I can. It's compliments, it's good things, or it's just like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? Just I just want to know about you as a person. Right. Forget about set aside your work that you're doing here for a second. Mm-hmm. Let's just, you and I talk about, did you watch the game? Did you, go away this weekend? Did you, whatever. And then when you do have those conversations, I think that you've laid a good groundwork that people say,
this is safe. Maybe
he does care about me.
Yeah.
But the other thing too that I found is, let's just deal with one thing at a time. Let's not, I don't want to call somebody in and go, okay, so let me pull up this file that I have on you. Like, I remember a friend of mine once, he was going to, he had somebody in his office that he was thinking about hiring, and he called a previous employer of this guy, of this candidate, and said, I'm checking on a reference. And the guy says, well, he says, I can tell you that he worked for us from these dates to these dates, and this was his job title. And so he's not saying anything about him. He goes, okay, so, I kind of hear what you're not saying. And the guy says, hold on a second. I'm going to lay the phone down on my desk, and I'm going to go get his personnel file. And then you just hear, my friend hears on the other phone, boom, something hit the table. And then he picks back up the phone. He goes, yeah, that was his personnel file I just dropped on my desk. So you could tell it was a big book. And my buddy says to him, he goes, oh, okay, thank you. But then he said to me later on, after he got off thinking, why wasn't that dealt with? Why would you have such a big file on somebody? Why didn't you just deal with something and have it over and done with? Why does this keep stacking up? And so I think we have to do that same thing if we're going to sit down with somebody. We can't say, all right, I have a file on my computer that has your name on it, and let me open it up, and I'm going to have to, okay, I finally got up to the top of the list. Ready? Here we go. Number one that I have to deal with you on. Number two, I have to do that you're just piling on. Let's just deal with one thing. Hey, I love you. I want the best for you. Here's one area. Let me help you on this area. What can I do for you? Maybe you haven't seen it, Right. Let's just deal with it. And
hey, I'm Greg from the Craig and Greg Show. And if you've enjoyed this clip, please go for the full edition and subscribe so you get notified when we send another episode for you to be challenged as a leader.